Hey girl, are your healthy habits all over the place or non-existent? Do you wish you could find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and really just talk a little nicer to yourself? If you have tried to habit hack your health, but the strategies you've tried just haven't worked for you in your busy lifestyle, then this podcast is for you. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, behavior change specialist, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I am here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about our health and our habits. How do I know? Well, because I've transformed my own life through habit hacking, and now my family gets the best of me, and I now help my clients do the same. I'm now going to teach you how to create healthy habits in less time, guilt-free for all seasons of your life. It's not your fault your habits haven't worked, my friend. We just have to do them differently. So, are you ready to feel empowered and transform your habits and life? Then let's do this. It's about that time. It's time for Habit Hack Thursday again. Hey friend, welcome back to the show. I'm really excited to talk about today's fundamental need, movement. It's my favorite one because it's so multifaceted. I love talking about movement and the various ways that we can challenge ourselves through our body, and of course, doing movement habits differently as women. You'll notice every Thursday, I rotate either mindset, movement, or food freedom. So you'll get a tip every single week. Okay. So speaking of movement, in case you don't know this, I have been a group fitness instructor since 2016. So just a little over 7 years now. And it's my favorite. I love giving that energy, getting it back from folks, doing group fitness. And I absolutely love what I do as a habit and fitness coach. And I'm so excited and so grateful for all of you that have been voting for me this past, how many days? What day is it? 12 days of the month so far in June for me to become a HotWorks virtual instructor. Thank you so much. So I made it to the top 40. I'm trying to make it into the top 15. And I need your vote to do that. Now, super exciting with that. There is a donation aspect with it. They're not just like, hey, vote for me. It is also tied to a fundraiser for a organization called Sacred Mountain Retreat. And they are a retreat center that hosts families with military, first responder background to come together and have a place of healing together, which I really love. So it's $1 a vote. I had a couple of questions. So like, well, what if I wanted to donate $5? Like, that's great. Donate $5. And that's 5 votes for me. And that's $5 towards this organization. I think I'm a little over $300 right now. I would love to get to close to $1,000 by the end of the month. So I appreciate your vote. And I really love the aspect of fitness of us all coming together, giving our energy, giving our recognition to those who serve and their families via this voting fundraiser throughout the month. Hey, our next workshop is coming up as well. If you're new here, every month I do a free mini workshop. Okay, it's $5. This month it's going to be on this upcoming Wednesday, the 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern, and it is all about progressive overload. I want to talk about this all day long, but in these workshops, it's 15 minutes or less. So what is progressive overload? If you're like, I don't know what that is, progressive overload training really involves gradually increasing the intensity or difficulty of workouts over time. It can really promote the development of muscle mass and strength. Okay. So that could be holding a squat for longer, getting a little deeper in the squat, doing more reps with a higher weight, for example. There's a few different ways to do it, and weight training is such an important aspect of our health, ladies. Longevity, bone density, keeping that muscle mass, which helps burn fat. It's going to help you hold yourself up for years to come, and that is what we want, right? We're not dieting, we're training for life through our healthy habits here in our world. So during this workshop, you're going to learn a little bit more about the concept of progressive overload and why it's so important for women. We'll dig into that a lot deeper together. We'll talk about the various ways to incorporate progressive overload and the importance of course, tracking to see your progress and other non-scale victories. With every mini workshop, there's always a download from the shop as well. This month it is a workout tracker, so you can track how you are progressively overloading, improving over time, right? It's one thing just to say, oh, you should lift weights, but there's another thing to have some strategy behind it. And of course, some habit strategy mixed in there as well. Me as a certified personal trainer as well, I am qualified to talk about this. And of course, there's going to be a lot of habit hacking involved with it as well. So if you want to join us, you can't join us live, that's okay. You'll get the replay. Get it at bit.ly/progressive overload workshop, and it's linked in the show notes for you as well. So let's talk about today's habit hack. We're going to be talking about 5 tips to sneak in strength training in your workday, especially when you don't have a lot of time, right? So I feel like it personally, I feel like it's easier like to get more like steps in during the day at your work day. You know, you got your watch telling you to get up and move, you get up, or you're walking around a lot in the office versus like actual strength training. Sometimes we have to get really creative with our healthy habits, right? So we talk a ton about the importance of females and weight training inside of the Movement Habits Accelerator. It's one of my mini courses where we really habit hack movement. And I personally recommend anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week to build your muscles, lift weights, incorporating some cardio, incorporating active recovery days, especially cardio for mood boosting as well. And we have to get creative, right? When I was thinking about today's Movement Habits episode, I really wanted to focus on strength training because I know we had that progressive overload workshop coming up. But I was like, what would a working woman be like? Okay, well, that's great, but I don't have a lot of time, or I don't want to get to the gym. So we're going to habit hack how to get in strength training during your workday. It's so important for us as women. Like I said, it's increased strength is so important. More bone density, better bone health reduces the risks of osteoporosis. Building that muscle tone, muscle definition, helps you build lean muscle mass. Like ladies, we don't have enough testosterone in our bodies where it's going to make us like totally pumped up. Boosted metabolism, meaning it burns more calories at rest compared to fat tissue. So it's really, really great for your metabolism, was I'm trying to say. So that leads to enhanced fat loss. And really, you just feel like super strong from the inside out. It feels good to lift weights. Okay, friends, let's be real here for a second, okay? There are so many energy drinks out there that are only focused on giving you the jitters before a workout. And I don't know about you, but I hate that feeling. Well, not FitAid Energy. FitAid is boosted with 200 milligrams of clean caffeine from green tea, never the synthetic kind, so you never get that jittery feeling. And plus, it's only 15 calories per can. What I love is that they're not claiming that their energy drink will help you to burn fat or make empty promises. You put in the hard work, and FitAid will help energize and refuel so you can do it again tomorrow. And unlike many other energy drinks, FitAid Energy maximizes your athletic performance by focusing on both training and recovery, which I am all for as a trainer myself. So go grab one of the amazing FitAid Energy flavors, and you can save 40% off plus free shipping on your first order of 24 cans of FitAid Energy. Just go to drinkfitaid.com/habit hack. All right, friends, let's get back to the show. So let's habit hack this a little bit more. I have 5 tips for you. And at the end, I'll give you a couple of habit loops, a cue, routine, reward, right? This is the basis of all of the accelerators, giving you these habit loops, these strategies to implement in your day. So number 1, desk exercises. Okay, so you can perform really simple exercises at your desk that can engage your muscles. So for example, you could do seated leg raises, you could stand up and do chair squats, desk push-ups, shoulder shrugs. If you're in a cube, like don't worry about people seeing you. You can even keep some resistance bands in your desk or in your work bag and just, put it over, under your knees or above and, kind of bring your knees in and out, working those adductors and abductors, and it's super simple, right? We don't have to have like big weights we're taking to work, okay? The second one, lunchtime workout. So instead of spending your entire lunch break sitting or eating at your desk, use some of that time for a quick workout. So find a nearby gym or even just go like for some lighter weights like keep in your car and go do some shoulder presses or something. Next, walking meeting. So whenever possible, suggest having a walking meeting instead of just sitting in a conference room. Everyone will thank you for this. But you can also take it a step further, and maybe you're doing some walking lunges, or while you're standing there talking to someone, you're doing some calf raises. Number 4, I see so many people using standing desks. I love that. So standing for a big portion of your day gives you that neat exercise, that neat burn we're having throughout the day. So I talk about that, what neat means, in the Movement Habits Accelerator. But you can also incorporate maybe a little bit of incline if you have a desk, if you're on a treadmill and you have a desk over it, or as you're just standing there taking a break and at your standing desk, you can have that treadmill under there, or at that standing desk, you can stand there and do those calf raises or squats. And then lastly, stair workouts. If your workplace has stairs, take advantage of those. So you could do just every few minutes, you could climb, you could skip a couple of stairs. You could also do some Bulgarian split squats, have one leg back, squatting up and down. So good for you. So we don't have to bring big bulky weights. We can still work that muscle tone in various ways and get those muscles activated. And of course, always remember to consult with a doctor before starting any new exercise regimen. Got to put that in there. So let's talk about a couple habit loops. Let's talk about desk exercises, right? A habit loop is a cue, routine, reward. So a cue. So maybe you set a reminder or on your phone, or maybe anytime you complete a specific task, right? So maybe it's every time I clear my inbox, right? Because it's going to fill back up. The routine is, okay, when that occurs, I'm going to take a break from work and I'm going to perform desk exercises for 5 minutes, right? Chair squats, desk push-ups, even just basic shoulder shrugs. The reward is after completing the routine, you can give yourself a small reward, like a stretch, a sip of water. Maybe you take a mental break and you walk down to the kitchen and make yourself a really amazing cup of tea. It's so good. Let's talk about another habit loop, stair workout. So a cue. I love utilizing my Google Calendar. Plus, it blocks out time on my calendar where people aren't scheduling things as well. So it's okay, it's time to do my stair workout. So when it goes off, that's your cue. The routine, take a break from your work, head to the stairs, and just spend 5-10 minutes climbing up and down the stairs, incorporating exercises like step-ups or lunges, bringing your knees just even higher, squatting down low on those lunges. Your quads are going to feel that quick. So the reward is after completing the routine, give yourself another reward, like another refreshing drink. Live in that moment. Think of, wow, how does this feel? Because you're going to have all those happy hormones going on in your head as well. And realize, really, really be intentional thinking, how do I feel and how much more productive are you afterwards and how much more energy? I bet you if you dig into that feeling, you're going to notice I'm much more productive. I have much more energy after I do that stair workout, and you're going to keep on doing it. Okay, so I hope today was super useful. I try to give you some really creative habit hacks and habit loops. I love doing one-on-one calls with a lot of the girls doing the accelerators. You can get those anytime. It's always linked in the show notes, friends. And getting super creative with how to habit hack our health, because as women, we got to do it differently. We don't have a lot of time. We want to take care of ourselves. So let's do it together in a really creative way. Okay, so if you're interested in our monthly workshop, it's coming up this Wednesday, the 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern. If you join live, it's like live Q&A pretty much with me. But like I said, you'll have access to the workshop forever. But make sure to get it because it's only $5 after it's live. It's $17 in the shop after there. Okay? So again, thank you all so much for voting for me to become a HotWorks virtual instructor. I'll put a link in the show notes as well. And I'm so excited for next week's episode. I will see you on Monday, my friends. Hey girl, real quick before you go, did you know I have a secret podcast where I talk all about why most habit strategies don't work for us women? Spoiler alert, it's not our fault. Visit bit.ly/Atomic Habits for Women. It's linked in the show notes to access my secret podcast series and have your biggest aha moment about why and how women have to do habits differently. And if you love the podcast, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way more mamas can find the show. Love and appreciate you, friend. We'll see you next time.